Hey guys, so I want to just kind of pop in, guys, and talk to you about some things that happened on today. If you guys have been following me, like I try to be very transparent about my journey as a cleaning business owner. And in no way do I want to exemplify that I have this perfect business, okay? Because I don't. But most days are, better than most, but we do have days where we drop the ball. I have days where I make mistakes as a cleaning business owner. There are days when my staff make mistakes, okay? And today was one of those days, and I thought, to myself, hey, let me just share this, because I know like I'm not the only owner that will deal with this or have dealt with this situation. And I just want to offer my suggestions and my opinions to how you can handle it. Now, today was one of those days where we got complaints. Okay, if anybody know me, if you work with me or for me, everybody know I absolutely hate complaints. I like for people to have a great experience with the service that they're paying us to do, and anything that falls short of that, like it just irritates me. I just hate it because at the end of the day, my name is on the line. Okay, Ebony Murphy name is on the line. They're not thinking about who came to their house. If they think about, if the client brings up a complaint or a concern, at the end of the day, Ebony Murphy has to handle it. Okay, so today we had two complaints. So, y'all already know, like I was super irritated all day. But, so yeah, two complaints from two different clients from two different sets of teams that went out. Honestly, guys, when I used to get complaints, I would be a hot mess. Like, I used to cry sometimes, like honestly, because like I said, at the end of the day, it's a reflection of me and my company, and I have to take responsibility because it's my company. But I've come to realize that you can't take every complaint, every concern to heart. I'm not saying that you brush it under the rug, but it's a part of business that's definitely going to happen. It's unavoidable, especially when you begin to hire staff and other people. Like, you can't control other people's actions. If you were just doing the work yourself, you can control yourself. Your standard of work, your quality of work, all of that. You can control yourself. But, when you get to hiring people and employing people to go out and do these jobs for you, it's kind of out of your hands, out of your control. Yes, you can stress your guidelines. You can stress your standards. You can stress how much quality means to you. But you would just have some people, they're just human. They just make mistakes. They drop the ball. Some days they don't work, to their full potential. They're not operating on their best. And it's just people. And I try to explain that to clients. We're not robots, and no, in no way am I excusing, legitimate complaints. Okay, let's get that straight. Legitimate complaints where the client really has a good excuse, well, not a good excuse, but a good reason to find fault about a situation. Okay, I know that you guys probably seen the other video that I did where clients can sometimes complain about nothing, but when clients have legitimate complaints, I'm concerned, and that's just the thing. So we had two complaints today, guys, and I've just grown to learn how to handle them on a level where it doesn't, like, how can I put this? It doesn't eat me at the core, because like I said, like at the end of the day, my name is on the line. It's a reflection of me, and I just want to make sure everybody has a good experience here. So usually when I do get a legitimate complaint, guys, the first thing that I do is investigate. Okay, I ask the client to send me pictures, what happened exactly, what was missed, what was overlooked. And they'll do just that. And a lot of times I find that if you keep a civil head about everything, most of the time it will, the outcome will be great. But if you get really defensive when people, bring complaints to you about what's going on in your business, you're going to lose a client like that. Okay, so always remain cool headed, just hear them out, hear their reasoning, and go from there. But like I said, always investigate. Okay, ask them to send you pictures. In my policy, I have a 24-hour notice. So if you find something at the 25-hour mark, like I legitimately feel like, anything could have happened between, since the time we came until then. Always bring things to my attention within 24 hours. That's just my policy. You may have something different. You may have 48 hours, whatever you're willing to accommodate. Now, I say 24 hours because I like to send them out immediately, like the same day. If the client gets home and they see something's out of whack, immediately I like to send whoever cleaned their house back, or if not, first thing, on the next business day. Okay. Another thing, handle clients with sensitivity. Like when they bring these things to you, like I was just saying, don't get defensive, don't get an attitude. Just remain calm. Try to understand their point of view. They are paying you for a service. Okay. It's just like with us, sometimes we have bad experiences at, other businesses, and if, we have to think about, how would I want a manager to handle me? How would I want a supervisor to handle me? That's how you should handle your client whenever they bring a concern to you. Okay, don't, get all rowdy, what you talking about? My cleaners know how to clean. You can't be so protective over your business, especially when you're not there to see everything going on. Yes, sometimes clients can exaggerate. Yes, sometimes they, find little nitpicky stuff that shouldn't even really be, brought to someone's attention some of the time. But you have to handle them with sensitivity. You have to, just have some empathy. Okay. Okay, so yeah. And the next thing, once they bring the complaint to you, you want to talk to your cleaners. Okay, you want to talk to your staff about what happened. Yes, Miss So and So just brought this thing to our attention. What happened? Who did this? Who did this area, or who did this room that the complaint is coming from? You want to get down to the knit and grit of everything. Okay. Find out who did what did they use, what was their process, what was their system when they went into the room. Never sweep a complaint under the rug. Okay. If your cleaners don't know that they're in these homes making mistakes or overlooking things or missing things, how, can they learn from their mistakes? Okay, they're just going to go back in the house and do the same thing, and you're just going to get another whole complaint again. A lot of times in my early days, I used to just sweep it under the rug, and I'll be like, I'll just come back out, and touch up whatever your concern is. But now, you have to teach your staff, like how can I put this? Like don't do that, moment. So send them back out. With my employees, I send them back out, and it's without pay because you should have got it right the first time. Okay. And that's a pain point. Like, people learn from pain. That's how I associate it with, they learn not to do things, if it's hurting them or if you're taking something away from them. They learn quicker. Okay, so I'm not getting paid to go back and do this lady house. Let me do it right let me do it right the first time when we go back the next time. You know what I'm saying? So they learn from that. Have some repercussions in place. Some discipline guidelines in place for when they get a complaint. Okay. And last but not least, guys, once you bring it to, your employees' attention, what are you going to do about it for the client? Okay. I do have a no refund policy, but sometimes that is wavered, based on the severity of the complaint. Okay, you can have that in your policy, and sometimes I have that in place for clients that can be a little over the top. Okay, some clients that expect a refund for every single thing that's not done. That's why I have that clause in there. But you will have some instances where they deserve a refund. Not a refund, but maybe a discount, or maybe you'll clean an extra appliance when you return or do something extra for them at no cost when you go back, the next time. What is your solution? Once you come up with a solution, bring it to them. For me today, I offered a $15 discount. Okay, I was like, I really apologize that this happened. Let me offer you a $15 discount on your next clean. As far as the second one that complained today, I told her that we will go out immediately next week because she couldn't, her schedule wouldn't allow us to come back today or tomorrow. So I told her, hey, we'll just come out next week free of charge. We'll cover everything, that we overlooked and missed for you, no charge. Okay. Sometimes you have to just bite the bullet and take a loss. Okay. But that's part of leadership. That's part of being an owner, part of being a boss, that you have to train your staff exactly how you want them to execute in these people houses. Okay. Also, if the complaints get out of hand, if the same cleaners keep getting the same amount of complaints, it's time for a write-up. It's time for a write-up. It's time for you to put the pen to the paper and just document these things, because when people see that you put the pen to the paper or you start documenting everything that they do, they take their job a little bit more serious. Okay, I can understand, guys. Like, I'm very lenient. Okay, I'm very lenient when I try to understand like my staff's point of view. If they make a mistake, well, are you feeling well today, or what caused you to miss this or miss that? Just be understanding. But at the end of the day, your name is on the line. You have a business to run. Make sure this is not repetitive behavior. Okay, you do not want this to be a bad reflection of your business. Like I told you guys, I absolutely hate complaints, but I've grown to not necessarily deal with them, but just to learn, just to know that it's just a part of business. Okay, there's no perfect business. Okay, there's no perfect employee. We're not going to get it right 99% of the time. We will have off days. We'll have bad days. It's just life. It's just business. Okay. So don't be so hard on yourself, if your staff make mistakes, like I said, as long as it's not repetitive, happening so much in a short amount of time, like, you're good. Okay. Alrighty, so that's what I wanted to share my day, guys. I want to be transparent. Today was not a good day for me. We had 2 complaints today. Thankfully, though, the clients were very understanding. Like I said, as long as you handle them with sensitivity, with empathy, 95% of the time, everything will be just fine. Okay? I will see you guys next time. Bye.